Hello guys, and welcome to another Allurity video. Today we are going to build an awesome Luxe Chat application. I will use Socket.io and Express to realize logic of instant messaging on backend and ReactJS to build our frontend part. Socket.io is a JavaScript library for real-time web applications. It enables real-time bidirectional communication between web clients and servers. It has two parts, a client-side library that runs in the browser and a server-side library for node.js. So let's go to our Luxe Chat app. Inside of here you can type your name and the name of the room you want to join. Let it be Alex and Alex room. Push sign in. And once you join, you will see the indicator. It shows how many people now online and a little input at the bottom with three buttons. First one for sending messages, other one for sending emojis, and the last one for attach pictures. Let's now open the additional chat box. Let's type Lucy and the same name of room. Well, now inside of here we have two active users, Alex and Lucy. And I want to demonstrate what functionality this chat has. So when Alex types something, Lucy immediately sees that Alex starts typing some message to her and vice versa. When Lucy types something, Alex sees that she types some message too. And you can easily send some emoji. Well, I use the emoji-mart packet for this functionality of this window, this push-up window. Well, send, and as you can see, everything is working great. And the last one, you can easily send some picture. I'll choose this picture, send, and Alex sent the picture to Lucy and vice versa. Lucy sent some picture to Alex. So these are some functionalities of my Luxe Chat application. But the main focus is the real-time data transfer that we will be doing with ExpressJS, Socket.io and React. So this video tutorial is suitable for everyone who wants to improve their knowledge with React.js, and one of the great advantages of this video is that we are going to do a full deployment of both backend and frontend, so you can use this chat application online for communication with your friends or just put it on your portfolio. All code with the demo version of this app you can easily find on my GitHub account. I will put the link to this code into the description of this video tutorial, and I will be grateful if you put the star to this repository. And so let's get down to business, guys, and let's start writing the code right now. So let's start to do our chat app, and I need to create new folder for it. Chat app, chat Luxe app. So open our Visual Studio Code Just drag and drop it here. Now we need to open it by git bash console. Well, in our work we need two folders. The first folder for client side and the second folder for server side. So let's create it. Just need frontend for client side and backend for server side. So let's do it cd and cd and cd backend. In frontend we need to create React app, yarn create React app and dot. So let's do it. And for backend we need to install the first of all we need to create our package JSON. So yarn init dash yp. So it is here. So I want to do our backend in use syntax, and because of this I will use TypeScript. However, on frontend part I do not want to do this. If you want to update my code on frontend with TypeScript, you're welcome. So now we need to install dependencies for backend. So yarn add course node.mon express socket.io TypeScript types express and types node. Well, so that's all dependencies which I need on backend. So let's do it. And on frontend we need to yarn add socket.io client React router DOM React scroll to bottom and emoji-mart. So socket.io, React router DOM, React scroll to bottom, and emoji-mart. That's all. Well, let's go to the next step. In our package JSON, we see all our dependencies here, and I need to create some scripts. And the first script will be start and tsc dist index.js. And the next command we use, it will be server stop node.mon so like this, but something different. So node.mon source index.js. That's good. Well, and in our work we need a file called config.json. config.json and compiler options lib yes 5 yes 6 next attribute would be target yes 5. Next attribute module it would be common.js common well the next attribute module resolution node our dir will be dot/dist decorator metadata would be true and experimental decorators would be true also and source map will be true. So that's all. Well, we are going to delete all unnecessary boilerplate code that Create React app provided us. Well, first of all, we need to create a new folder called components. And, well, let's start our front-end part, pim start, to see the differences when we remove unnecessary code here, unnecessary files. So I don't need test, delete it. Well, I don't need these two files, and this of course don't need it too. Well, that's all. So don't need it here. Rep. Well, here. Okay. So that's all. I think. Refresh our page. So our app. And now let's prepare our app.js for our work. So React from React. Import hash router as a router from React router DOM. well, the main idea why I use hash router it is when you will upload, if you want to upload your app in the internet, maybe for example for Heroku, you need hash router because another router will not work on the internet. So, and inside the components folder we need to create two files, chatroom.js and join.js. Well, and here we need to create our components, so it would be chatroom and it would be join. So that's good. And now we need to import our join from join. Oh, sorry. From components and join, and the same idea here for our chat room. Just need to replace join by chat room. That's good. So what about here? We need to create our router, and inside it we need to make two route. So route exact path would be equal to slash component. In here it will not, well, in here it will be join, and the next route it would be chat room without exact. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to import in here. So that's good. So if we are correctly importing all these things inside of the app, we can actually run it. So I forgot to do this. So let's try it out. Let's try it out. Chat. Well, something. Something went wrong. Let's so something is wrong. Well, let me check it a few seconds. Components, chat room. Seems that everything is okay. So let's restart our app. So I think it is because we use hash router. We can see our route now. So let it be chat. Yes, everything is okay, but hash router add some additional sign here. Well, everything is working fine, but we need to continue. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, great. So everything is working great, and we can do the next step. Well, we need to go to our backend part. Now we do the preparation on the front end. Well, it is not. So, new folder, source. Oh, I'm sorry. Rename it. We need src folder. And there we need to create index.js and actions.js files. Well, index.js and actions.js part. Well, now in index.js we need to import our Express. So import from Express. So I will use new syntax here because of testconfig.json. So I import instead of required, for example, in other examples. So I import all as Express from Express. And the same idea is for course. The course give us the chance to use our React app with our backend. So course and import create server from HTTP and import server and socket from socket.io. And const app is equal to express and const port is equal to so. And of course we need course policy because as I already said, we needed to connect our front end and backend and don't see any errors. So app use course That's good. And do some preparation for our socket.io. So const io is equal to new server. Inside here, server, and course as origin. So that is great. Let's check it out. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to add our server. So const server is equal to create server app. Well, that's good. And we need to check our server work. So I use server, listen, port, as I already mentioned here, our port. So and console log. We will use backticks here. App is running on port $, and port, and great. This should be enough, and we can run the server and actually see our server running. So if we go inside of the terminal that is inside of backend, I have I have both terminals open, as you can see. So let's check our command here. So start, so everything is correct, and let's try to start our server. Yarn. So everything is okay. App is running on port 8000, and as you can see, there are our folder dist where from we start our server. It is compilate index.js in index.js. Right, and we can start our server. So, and as you can see, this message in here. So let's go further. I want to start create our IO connection. So let's go to the next step and do some preparation for our backend chat. So io.on connection, and here socket, and console, connection created. So is good. Let's do some format. And let's do some route here. App.get. Maybe just for test. Function. Request response. Well, and response we will get res send backend is up and running. And well, we can go to the localhost 8000 and check our message here. Oh, I'm sorry, we need to restart our backend server to see this message. So yes, that's great. Well, so now we need to actually do the real-time message, and since we are already on the backend, we can start with that. Well, so I'll already do some preparation here. We have our server work, we have some IO connection created. So I need to come back to our front-end part and do some changes to our files here. Well, so I want to start with our components and join. So let's start. Well, in my work I need import link from React Router DOM, and well, now I want to add some CSS styles and some pictures that we need in our work. So I go to here and open my frontend. So, well, and I need to add it in our source folder. So it would be here. So it is all the files of styles for all our pages, and of course icons too. And some of them we need in our work now, so I just import CSS and join.css. Good. Well, now In here we need to add use state hook. Use state and name, set name. Well, so in here we don't need anything, but we need to import our use state from React. Great. So we need to use state in here too, and we need room and set room. And the same idea, we don't need anything in here. So, and I want to start to build our new component. So the first class name, it will be join outer container. Inside it, it would be div. So I don't need join anymore here. Join class name. Join inner container. H1, so H1 join, and here we need another class name, heading, so in here we need two inputs for name and for well, we already create join inner container. So join inner container, and here we need another div with input inside it. Well, type text, placeholder name, well, on change event, so event, event, and arrow function, so set name, event target value. So that's good. And the last attribute of input, it would be class name, join input. Join input, and well, good. The next div well, it is for name, and the next div it is for room. So type the text is the same, set room. And here, well, and class name will be join input mt20. Well, the next we need so So we close in our div, and the next we need link. So on click will be here. On click event. On click event. If there are no name or no room, then we use event prevent default null. So and here where we go in when click our link, well, it is backticks chat name, well, is equal to $sign name room is equal to $sign room. So that's good. And from other hand, the next step, we need to add button here. So class name will be button mt12. Oh, I'm sorry, 20. Type submit. Type submit. It will be signing. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we need to do something like this. Well, our button will be inside our link. Oh, that's great. So looks like everything is okay. I need to just pre-tier it. Great. And now we need to add, so we already add CSS styles. So now we need to check it out, to check it our join. So let's do it. Oh, I'm sorry, something is not correct here. I need to, yes, I forgot to add our attribute inside our link. And well, great. So everything is great. So we can now check it out. So push URI room and sign in. So as you can see, name URI room is equal to room, and we go to the component chat room. So now, well, now we need to create, to contain our component chat room, by useful info. Let's go to the next step. Let's start work with our chat room.js. So chat room.js, and now, well, we need to add some import. So import IO from socket IO client. Great. And I will use two hooks here. Start from it. Use effect. Use effect and use ref. So const socket ref. Well, we need to use ref here and socket ref. We will use it in all components here, in all attributes and all variables. So we start with it. Socket ref is equal to useRef. Well, and now we need to take our two parameters. So we send props here, and here we do const const name. So do some destruction from props match params. So if you don't know this syntax, you need to read about them because it is a useful feature. So name and let it be just like this, I think. Well, props match params, and we need our URL. So URL http localhost 8000 use effect. Well, so I have use effect here, maybe I just use it. So and now inside of it, well, on this step, what am I do? I need to give our give the room and name which we take from our road. Well, in here, we need to give it to our backend. So I use socketref.current is equal to IO, and inside it our URL, and here not this, and here we need to query and our two arguments, room and name. So that's great, that's good. So, and we do all the preparation on the front end to connect it to backend, and we need to do some few variables, some changes to our files on the backend. So go to our backend, or so, and here on our backend, what do we need to do? So we go to our connection, on connection, and just can copy this, paste this to speed up our typing. So in here we need socket dot handshake dot query. Well, and let's it will be useful for us, and let's see those parameters. If everything is okay, we will see these parameters in our console. So let it be query, the name of this console. So, and we need to take these two parameters, room and name. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, great. Semicolon. So so I want to use yarn run. So now in the console we have undefined. It means that we need to add parameters to our app.js file in the link. So let's go to our app.js on the front end and do some changes to our file. Name is equal to name, and room is equal to room. Good. After that we need to refresh our page, so let's do it. And as you can see in query here on the backend, we already see our two parameters. So our room is room and name is Yuri. So and now we can actually do join and disconnect now we can actually do the other logic of our application. I don't want to come back to our backend, so I want to do all the stuff which we need on our front end. So let's start from our actions. So in actions.s, we need to add user, remove user, and get users in room functions. So let's start with we need to create some variable users, which is equal to empty array. So the first function we use in here, it is the export const add user, which is equal to id room and name in here. So name is equal to, I just make some I just want to see our name and room with small letters, so I need to update these variables. Name, trim, and and to lowercase, and the same for the name of the room. So the next step, we need to const existing user is equal to, well, users, users find user user dot room free equal here, and room, and username, so user room, and is equal to, and user, it's not good, so name, and do some condition to control our name and our room. So it would be if it is not name or it is not room, we will return some error, return error, or not this error, just not this error. So the error, username, username and room are required, and this then other conditions, so existing user, and return error, username is already taken. That's good. And well, we need to make another variable on const const user, which is equal to ID, room, and name, and make some method push to our array user. I'm sorry, users push user semicolon and return so let's check all our code. Looks like everything is okay, but users find user yes, everything is okay. Let's prettier it a little bit. That's good. Well, and go to our next function. It would be remove user, and we need only ID here. So const index is equal to users dot find index. Oh, I already have it in my tips. So const index is equal to users find index. So if user ID is equal to ID, and we need condition here if index is not equal to -1, then return user splice. User splice index 1 and zero number of our array. So great. We have done another function. So everything is correct. Great. Go to the next step. And the final function that we need in our work, it is get users in room. We need room in here. Don't need it. So users room in here, and I need some users filter filter user room is equal to room is so looks like everything is correct. We already add our free function that we need in our work. So let's go to the next step and start to add our user on the backend. So we already have it, socket handshake queries. So the next step, we need const user is equal to add user and inside it we have ID, which would be socket ID, and name, which would be the name, but it can be just right like this. So, and room is equal to room, but I just write it like this. So that's okay. And the next step we add this. So these tips is work only on the TypeScript files. So click fix and import that user from module actions.js. That's good. And the next step, socket dot join user room semicolon. So, and sorry, so user room io dot in, we use our user room which we join to, and emit new action to them, do it. So let it be all users data, user room and users get users in room. And in which room? The user room. And we can import it from actions. We already have two actions from our actions. So, and now we need to use our console. So I don't need the query anymore. So let's do it. Get users in room. It would be this function. That's good. So great. Well, undefined because we don't have any users in our room. So user room, emit all users data, and go to the next step. So we need to add functional for sending messages and typing events. So let's do it. The first of all, let's check it out, but I don't think that it is work, but let's do it. Let's just check it. Yes, something went wrong, but maybe we just don't do the functional on the front end, and that's all. So go and write our backend to the end. So console log, and after that we need listen for new messages, and it is socket.on send message, not messages, message, send message, and here data, and now I in user room. I'm sorry, it's unnecessary step here. Well, I in user room emit and send message, comma data. So that's all for sending message for now. And now let's do the functional for listen typing events. Well, listen so start typing message, data, and so user room emit start typing message data. Well, everything is the same in here for typing message. Well, and the same thing for stop typing message. That is all the difference between it. And of course we need to add the same thing for the disconnect. Disconnect without any data. Well, without it, we need console log. Well, and in here I want to add some variable, socket ID left chat. Good. And after that, remove user socket ID with ID socket ID, and let's import it from our actions, and let's do I in here user room emit user leave chat. User leave chat and user. So, and the final part, socket dot leave our user room, and let it be as string. that's good. So that's good. That's great. We do all stuff with our backend and can make step ahead with our frontend. Well, let me do prettier for this to prettier our code. So I think it's okay. And now we need, so I do all the stuff for the server part, and now we need to come back to our front-end part, and we need to add some message functional and active users. Well, so let's change our chatroom.js. We already have some stuff here, and now we need some new components. So it would be new file infobar.js, new file indicator.js, messages.js. And new message form. New message form. So let me see, is every name is right? Yes, it is right. So new message form. And let's import. Let's do some stuff here. Stateless component, just with names. Indicator. Let me RSC, React stateless. Great. And the last one, React stateless, new message form. That's good. Well, we don't need these files anymore. Well, I can close it. So, and do some stuff here. Let's import. Well, let's import new message form from new message form. Great. And for component like this, indicator.js, infobar.js, and the last one is messages. So good. And of course we need to add some styles. So import messages CSS and well, CSS message, just message CSS. Well, looks like we add all we need. So, well, now we need to add a few hooks for our functional. So let's start the party. So use state messages. It would be an array. So messages, set messages. And the next one, we need new message. New message. Set new message. And it would be a string. Well, we need to import our use state here. So the next one, we need users here, users, and set users. The array in here, and the last one we need for user and set user, and empty use state here. So looks like everything is correct. Just do this. Well, let's go to the next step. We need after our socket ref.current, we need to set user, and it would be name. Name is equal to name from here, but I just do the name. So great. And the next one, we start to use our actions which we already made on our backend. So socket ref current on, all, well, I just want to copy and paste it, all users data in here. So in here we type users, and in here we use set users and users. So that's okay. The next step, we need to do functional for send message. So the same ref current on, but now we use send message. Send message. Message const incoming message owned by current user. Well, it gives which user own of the those message. So owned by current user and message dot sender ID is equal to socket ref dot current dot ID. Well, that's all right. And the next step, we need set messages and go further, messages, arrow function, and we need to spread array of messages. So be this message by current user message sender ID so is equal to socket ref current ID. Socket ref current on send message well, messages and spread our messages array incoming message by incoming message. That's good. And here we need to, when room or name have been changed, we use this use effect hook. Well, the next step, now we need to add our function send message. Is equal to arrow function. So there it is some condition. If socket not socket ref current, then return well const message object is equal to well sender ID in here, and sender ID it is socket ref current ID. Type text type text and body is new message, and the last one user is equal to user, but I just do this stuff, just user. So that's good, that's great. And after that we use set new message to empty string. and take this socket ref current emit and emit our message object to our action send message. Well, send message, and here message object semicolon. Well, good, I already done the send message logic, so well, looks like everything is correct. Let's go to the next step, and the next step we need to create const handle send message, handle send message, which is equal to event, and event prevent default, and send message new message, set new message well. And now let's do the stuff in here. Well, we will return in here some, well, div, we don't need it anymore. Div class name is equal to outer container, class name, not div class name, container is equal, and do the props now, is equal to room. So info bar, okay, info bar. The next step is all messages in here, and in messages we have our messages. So the next tag we will need is new message form, and then here new message is equal to new message, a few props. So, and set new message is equal to set new message, and the last one, handle send message, is equal to handle send message. Well, that's all right. And after this div, we have this, the last one, indicator, and those users like a props. So this would be nice. Great. Well, what do we do now? We already did our components in here. And now we need to contain them. Let's try to do this from infobar.js. Also, just copy styles from this, import css infobar.css, and import our icons. Close icon from and close icon dot png and online, so close icon, online icon. I just take this online icon png, so in infobar we have only room. Just take this room in here and do some stuff in our infobar. So div class name is equal to infobar. Oh, well, another div left inner container. Well, don't need it anymore. Image source online icon, and class name online icon. That's great. So not not great. So it needs to be like this. Well, the next would be our room in here, h3. So for left inner container, that's all. And so div class name, right inner container, and we have some anchor here, ref is equal to this, and the image without any class name, it would be close icon and alt close icon. So that's good. Everything is okay. Let's correct it here. Well, and we do the stuff for this file. Well, go to the next file, indicator.js, and I'll do the same stuff. And so indicator, info bar, and in here we need to add online icon. So line icon and indicator CSS. So great. And in indicator, all we have it is users. So in indicator, all we have it is users in here. So let's do our stuff. Class name, text container, well, and inside of it curly braces, users, and some condition in here. So here div h4 active users div and active container. So inside it I just do the paragraph and some stuff, users dot map, well, users dot map, and inside it we have name, well, we have name and do some li with attribute with property key is equal to name and class name, of course. Active item dash solid. So, and then here we have the name. Так. I'm sorry. Image. Class name. So I don't need class name in here. To be like this. Source. Online icon. Let it be like this. Good. And we need to close our tag. browser tag. Well, and so looks like everything is okay in here. Well, great. And we need to format it a little bit for pretty view. So good. Well, and go to the next step. We need to contain new message form. So in here we need to import our chat CSS file and import our send icon. Our send icon png. Well, in message form, what props do we have in here? So new message, comma, set new message, and handle send new message. Well, that's all right. And in here, well, we need to const event that's not good. Well, event and set new message. Event target value. And in here we need to handle new message, handle new message, handle new message change. So in return we have form, handle new message change, set new message. Yes, that's good. Well, and go to our return. We need form in here. But form without action, just with class name and class name form. On submit and on submit handle send message. Well, inside the form we have text area. I don't need that, but class name. Well, text area. This text area class name is equal to text area the same as the name of the tag. Type would be text. Oh, well, value, it would be new message. And on change, handle new message change. So, and in placeholder, we have say something and 3 dots in here. So it would be like this. Good. Well, what do we do next? We need to create button. I'm sorry, emit. I need an emit. I don't have any emit. Button, okay, just like this. In button we have a few attributes. The class name will be send button. Well, and inside an image img. So inside an image, class name upload image. Well, this is just the class. Just in this case, maybe. In next steps, we do the same button with the image, and it just has the same styles as this button. So image class name, source, and alt. Send icon in here in source, and the same in here. So it will do like this. Prettier. Well, would it be like this? Would it be upload? Just send icon. It doesn't matter for our purposes. So the last part, not the last part, the next part. So we need 2 messages, and inside here we use our import from React scroll to bottom. We use our scroll to bottom from React scroll to bottom, and now we need to create another file, call it chat message.js, chat message.js, React status component. That's all. I will come back to it later. So in messages from chat room, In messages we have only one props, it is messages. So scroll to bottom. Oh well, we don't need return in here, just can do this stuff. Do this stuff, scroll to bottom, scroll to bottom with class name messages. That's good. And inside it we have div with class name messages container. And well, what's happening here? We don't need this, just this. So in here, class name messages container, and we need some interesting tag ol here with class name messages list. Well, so let's do this stuff in here. So messages dot map, and here we need message and I. So, and I don't need curly braces here, just these braces. I need div k is equal to e. Well, and it would be chat message in here, chat message in here, with message is equal to message. So good. Do the stuff like this. Well, and we don't need it anymore. Well, great. So I will import chat message from this chat message. And the last one, we need to contain our chat message by useful information. So inside here we have message, and I just to structure message to parts that we need later. So I need body, well, and go to chat room, yes, chat room, and owned by current user or not. Yes, owned by current user, and of course user name of the user. Well, that's okay. Well, I need to make some few conditions here. So the first condition will be if body is not equal to empty string, else do another stuff. And another stuff will be return null. Return null. So the first thing we do it, the first condition, and the second condition inside this condition, if else, I'm sorry, wrong brackets, return null, and here return return null, if owned by current user, then we do this stuff, else we return other stuff. So let's start our chat message. So div has class name message container justify end. Message container justify end. Inside it class paragraph, class name send text, send text pr, then name, and oh, that's great. Well, the next stuff, div, and here div has class name message box and background blue. Background blue. So, and here this is name, this is not name, this is so message text, color white, message text. Well, and in here body div, so that's all for this stuff. And the next in else message, so the same stuff but with some difference. So message container justify start, well, background light, message text color dark, and the same stuff, oh, not the same stuff, so the body in this case will be justify send. So message container justify start, background light message box, and in here message text color dark, body, and after that so we close the tag background light, and here we have, after close the tag of the body, we have our name and send text PL10. So great. So well, now if everything is okay, we can check it out, and I hope so. Let's cross our fingers that everything is okay. And so good. Yuri and room. Sign in. So something went wrong. Well, so something went wrong. So let's do our, well, let's let me see what can do. So maybe I just take some mistakes in here. Let's try to start it once more. Well, yes, something went wrong with our app, but this. So something wrong with our function get users in room. So let's let me do some, maybe I do some stuff in here, maybe some mistakes. Maybe it do some mistakes for this one. So our users are undefined. Somehow it is. So we don't have, let me see what can do. Oh, it can't be this. So what can do these mistakes? looks like something wrong in our actions. So let's try to let me think about a few minutes and so remove user. Find something wrong with add user, and because of this we don't see other users. Const existing user, search find. So I will stop the record and I want to find my mistake, and after that I come back and I will show. So guys, I have found all errors I have. So the first error and the main error was in actions.js. I just I just retype this string of code, and everything is correct with our user. So the main error was in here. Well, the other errors, we don't see our info bar. So let's try to log in, Yuri, and room, just room. So sign in. Yes, now we see the active users, and we see the info bar on the top of the screen. We don't see this info bar. It happens, and now we see get users in room after I retype this function. I don't know why this is incorrect. Everything was correct, but something went wrong with this function. So now it is everything is great. Well, as you can see, I come back. This is not the error. It's just the right style of writing the code. So the main error in here, and the second error with our info bar, why it is not showing. I come to this file and just retype the import of CSS files, info bar CSS. So after that, info bar come back on the screen, and I will see it. So, and the last one, object, it is in the new message form. I forgot to do this. I forgot to do the structuring. So it is my error. So if I do this, everything is correct, and now we can open two two tabs of our chat and start to conversate to do the conversation with each other. Let's just model it. So let it be Lera and room, just room. Sign in, and as you can see, active users Yuri, Lera, and we can type something, and Lera type something, and Yuri. That's okay. So that's everything is great, everything is correct. Well, and well, we do the good stuff, and as you can see, the get users in room, we have two users now, Yuri and Lera. Well, what do we do now? Now I want to add emoji to our chat. I will use emoji-mart for this and add additional hook for convenience. So I show you how to do this. So the first of all, I need to close all the unnecessary tabs. Well, join, we do not it in here. So well, now we need our new message form where we face to face with our error, with object, and now well, I need to import styles for our emoji-mart and do some changes to our code to make our emoji work. So import and emoji mart, emoji mart css emoji mart .css. So great, and I need to import picker from emoji-mart. Well, and the next step, we need a new icon. Need new icon. So I need emoji icon from here. Let's clean it. So good. Well, and after that, what do we do next? So we need hook useState for showing our collection of emoji. So useState, and what do we need to do next? We need to useState in here initial. Oh well, we to put p show emoji, set show emoji. And we use false useState. So the next the next const that we need, const handle emoji show is equal to arrow function, and in here we will use set show emoji and set show emoji, and inside it would be some variable arrow function. Oh, I'm sorry, some variable arrow function, and inverse this variable, some variable in brackets. So let me see. Oh, that's all right. And the last one, we need handle emoji select, and so we need to set new message for it, and here we use new message, new message plus equal event native. So, and I use E in here. Well, that's all right. If you don't know this sign, you can easily check it by the internet. Well, that's okay. New message, that's okay. So we do all the stuff we need for reading by the function. So we need another button in here for showing emoji. So button, I want to and in here it would be emoji icon, and the same class of image. So, and so class name would be CSS chat. It would be it doesn't matter. So so everything is the same. Button class name, send button, type button, no submit button, and on click is equal to handle emoji show. Well, that's okay. Well, class name, no, it is the same like send button, but another image. So after that we need to add some add some div in here. Show emoji. Well, and another action. It would be another div and picker and picker in here. Well, and in here I use on select. Well, you can use documentation for emoji-mart to understand all of these attributes. It would be useful for you if you need to use emoji in your work. Handle emoji select. So that's all right. And we need to use emoji size. It will be equal to 20. So, and I need to, I'm sorry, I need to use pretty for all of this code. And well, and that's not good. Something went wrong. Okay, let's do some. Oh, what do we do wrong in here? So use state false. Set show emoji. Well, I don't know what happened. Happened, but so it is not. Don't want to open. Well, let's try to understand where is our error. Well, maybe yes. I understand. Where is my error? It is in here, or maybe not. So div picker on select, handle emoji select. Maybe I do some mistake. Well, it's something strange with this. Well, maybe something with our own click handle emoji show. Well, something in here. Just maybe no. Yes, I understand. Well, it is capitalized in here and everything is correct now. So as you can see, we have all our emojis. We can do it and send to our Lera or from other stuff, from Lera to Yuri. Well, that's okay. That's funny mistake, but it happens sometimes. So go to the next step, and I want that you pay your attention what happens here when we open this emoji container. When we click outside this container not disappear, not hide. So it hides only when we push the button again. It is not user-friendly behavior. Well, let's upgrade our code with new custom hook. Let's create folder hooks in here. In here in the component folder, and we need to add new file called use outside click.js and do some stuff inside of it. So what do we need here? So I need rc and use outside click. Well, and now we need 3 hooks in here. Use ref, use state, and use effect. Oh, 3f, use effect. So now const ref is equal to use ref null and do another use state. So use state, use state, well, with initial value in here, and now we need to take our hook from here. Yes, to take our hook from here and so do this stuff, initial value here. So, and the next that we need to do, we need to create some arrow function, const handle click outside, handle, oh I'm sorry, click, handle click outside is equal to event handle click outside is equal to event don't need it. So if condition, if ref dot current and not ref current contains event target. Well, this is, yes, I think it's great. So if and then if this condition is right, we use set show emoji with false. So that's good. Contains event target. And now we need to use effect here. So use effect ref and just a little bit JavaScript. Document dot add event listener, click, handle click outside, true. Well, and after that, return some arrow function with the same but little changes. Remove event listener. And at the end of this, we will return show emoji, set show emoji, and ref. Use outside click. That's great. So, and we need to do some changes to our new messages, new message form JS file. So let's come back to it. Well, the first thing we need to do, it is import our use outside click from this well, new folder hooks and use outside click. That's okay. Well, and now we need to add our new hook in here. These two, this variable and this cortege is equal to use outside click, and its initial state false. That's all right. And after that, after that we need also to add oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, this is not cortege, this is the structuring. And we need ref here. Well, and ref must be in here, is equal to, oh, I'm sorry, is equal to ref. So let's check it out. Yes, everything is working great. Let's try it. Yes. Well, this is a convenient hook, so we can check it, and very good. This is behavior that I want from it. Well, now it is time for file uploading, and of course we need to add some code to our files for it. Let's do it, and we will start with our chat room JS. Let's do it. So chat room JS. Well, we need to add some new hooks in here. It would be file, set file, that's all right. The next step, what do we need to change here? So we need to add some condition in our message object. So if condition, so if file is took place, else something, and else we use our normal object. It is our message, but when file took place, when file take its place, we need another logic in here. Well, it is the same message object, but sender ID, but type file and body file. MIME type file name. Oh, I'm sorry. File type, file dot type, comma, and file name. File name, it is file name. And user would be a default user. So next, so set new message in here and add set file in here on source, yes, semicolon here. Well, and the same as socket ref, current emit, send message object. Well, that's okay, that's all right, and go to the next step. And the next step would be use new function. New function select file. So after it function select file event and if type of, here's some check that type of target files not undefined. If so, we do our logic. If not, we return null. So type of the target value and target value, it must be an array, and the first element of an array is not equal to undefined. So if so, we set new message like target files, target files dot files would be name, and set file target files else return null. So that's all right. I'll select file And now we also need to use the select file as props in here. So that's all right. So that's good. Now let's go to our new message form. So let's do some additional stuff in here. Well, now we have select. Don't need it. So now we have select file in here, and we need to use it. Well, and we need to use it. So now what do we need to do to use the select? First of all, we need to add another button and label. So let it be use label HTML4 file input. This for our file input, and inside it div class name upload button, class name upload button. Well, image, class name upload image, well, we need just we need just touch icon, emoji icon, a touch icon here, and don't need use state anymore in here because we do all stuff in our use outside click emoji. So touch icon we use touch icon we use here, and let it be upload image. So well, we do this stuff only for label upload button. So label is okay, and now we need to add some input in here for this label. Type will be file. After the file we need id file input, id file input, class name input, class name input, and on change in on change we use select file. Well, looks like everything is all right. Input button, send button, id file input, class name input, on change select file, type file. So that's all right. So now we need to do some little changes to our chat message JS, but before that I want to create new file, image.js. It is for our image stuff. So C and import. So in here we use two hooks. It is useState and useEffect. Great, and of course we have props in here. useState, like this, image src, set image src, set image src. Well, and useEffect. useEffect like this. Well, in useEffect we add our props and add blob format. Well, because of in this case we don't have any database, I just use blob format to send our message. Well, const reader is equal to new file reader, and after that reader dot readers data rel props blob, as in here, props blob, and after that reader dot on load end is equal to function set image source, and set image source would be with reader result. So that's all right. And after that we just return the image. Return the image. Source would be image source, and out will be props file name. Well, props file name. Well, that's okay. And style is, I will use just inline styles. It doesn't matter. If you want, you just change it later. So width 150, height after. Well, that's all right. Prettier. So, well, looks wonderful. Looks great. Looks wonderful. So, well, we already create our image.js file. So let's go to our chat message.js and do some additional chat message. Okay. Well, now we need to add file name in here. A message body, yes, file name. So, and now we need to add some condition for blob. So some condition for blob, let it be here. So if type is equal to file, or well, const blob, const blob, it is new blob, and inside of this we have body and just type. Well, oh, I'm sorry, we need type in here too. Type, yes, when type is file, we use this logic. So after that, what do we do after that? So if file write it, then inside so blob, new blob, body, type. So looks like everything is correct, and need to continue. So I just take this stuff, copy this here, and I'll do this stuff, all of this stuff. So, and now we need to change something in here. We need to import our image, dot this. So import image without this. Well, and now everything is the same, but instead of text in here, we need to use our image. So image inside of our background, well, inside of, we don't use it. Oh, we don't. No, this is great, but we don't need to use some some colors for image, just an image. So, and file name is equal to file name, and blob is equal to blob. That's great. So the next step, we do the same stuff, but for our another condition, else condition. So, well, in here we don't need our color, and instead of this we use just image file name blob. So and name at and if it is not file else condition, so we just use the condition for our text message. That's all right. Can save it. Well, after our changes, we need to check it. Something crashed our server. We need to rebuild it. Well, good. So I just end here and here and start our server. Well, looks like everything is correct. Everything is good, and we need to check it out. So let's cross our fingers that everything is good. Room, sign in. So good, we don't crash anything. And a little bit Lara, and just a room, sign in. Well, let's try to send our doc. Well, everything is working great. Our doc is, our file is sending successfully. So and now we need to add our final part. It is when somebody types something, everybody in the chat see who types. So let's do our final part, guys. And first of all, we need to create new hook, use typing.js, new hook, use typing in hooks folder. So let's go to the hooks folder. Well, hooks folder and new file, use typing.js. So import I don't want to do this it needs too many times, so I do this, use typing, so use effect, well, maybe I just copy it from this, just need use state and use effect, use ref. I don't need use ref in here. So use typing. Well, we need free use state in here. So let it be use state is typing, set is typing. Set is typing. For it is false. And escape rest. Escape rest set. Escape rest. It is false too. And next part, countdown, set countdown. Countdown set is I'm sorry. Set is countdown. So and here you state 5 seconds. So, well, const start typing. Start typing, well, is equal to, is equal to set is, well, set escape pressed true. Oh well, set escape pressed true, set countdown. Oh, not this countdown, just countdown. Set countdown 5. Set is typing true. And the same as in here. Well, and the next it would be stop typing. Stop typing, set escape pressed, set escape pressed, false. Well, and the last, yes, the last function, it would be cancel typing. Cancel typing. And in here set countdown 0. Well, that's okay. Now we need to use effect. Use effect in here, so it escape pressed and countdown. Well, return. So return, we need return in here. Let it be like this before we do some stuff inside use effect. So let interval, just let interval, and after that if condition else if and so if condition not escape is not in here, not escape pressed, interval will be equal to set interval, well, oh, okay, set interval, and inside set interval set set countdown. Inside it set countdown C is like an arrow function C -1. Well, that's good. And after that, so set interval. In here, so set interval, comma, and 1000. Well, else if is if escape pressed or countdown, countdown, Then clear interval. Clear interval and interval. So that's good. After that, we need another condition. If countdown is if countdown is equal to 0, well then set is typing to false. Well, everything is great, and we need to clear interval at the end of the function, at the end of the use effect hook. Well, that's okay, and we will return all of this stuff. So is typing, start typing, stop typing, and cancel typing. Well, great, so that's good. After that, we need to add 2 new files, typing message.js and typing animation.js. So let's do it. So new file, typing .js. Well, let it be as React status component, typing message.js, and the new file, typing animation, animation.js. So, well, and then here the same thing, the same typing animation. So let's go to the next step. What do we need now? So let's contain useful information. By useful, let's contain with useful information to our typing message. So typing message, oh well, we import typing animation from typing animation in here, and import CSS, and in here, well, what typing animation CSS. Well, that's all right. So well, that's all right. And what do we do here? We need to add class name message item, well, and in here we need to use typing animation, oh well, and some additional stuff. So message item. So that's all right. Typing animation, the same thing, import CSS for it, typing animation, don't understand. I'm sorry. Typing message. Not typing animation here. Typing message. So that's all right. Typing message in typing message and typing animation CSS in typing animation CSS. So typing animation CSS it would be class name dots container well paragraph span not this span, just this span. ID is equal to .1. So .1, .2, and .3. Well, great. And from our higher component, parent component, we take some name, and name is typing. Name is typing, so let's do the formatter by prettier. Yes, everything is great. And in our typing message, we have some props from parent component too. It would be it is user, and here name is equal to username. Well, that's in everything. Well, we do all the stuff that we need for this. Well, so we create preparations for typing functionality. Now we need to change our existing files. Well, we will start with chat. So use typing, use outside click, chat room.js. So I want to import use typing, from hooks, and use typing. That's great. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's all right. Well, use typing from use typing, and what do we do next? So the next we need additional stuff in here. We need typing users. Typing users and set typing users. Set typing user. Typing users, set typing users. And we have empty array here. Well, the next step, we need to use some stuff from use typing, everything of this we need to use here, and is equal to use typing like this. Well, very good. What do we do next? The next one. So we need to add 2 additional actions in here, in our use effect. Well, let's do it. So socket ref start, and we can go to our actions and just copy from it. Start typing message in here. Typing info. Well, typing info, and in here we don't need it anymore. And in here we use the condition of typing info. Oh, I'm sorry, typing info sender ID dot sender ID is not equal to socket ref current ID. Then const user is equal to typing info user. So, well, and now we need our hook. So set typing users, and inside it users is equal to, oh no, not is equal, it is arrow function. So users, an array, spread operator, users, comma, user. Well, that's all right, it's okay. Well, am I right in everything? Yes, I'm right in everything. So go to const user sender ID. Well, everything is okay in here. So let me do another function. So socket ref current on stop typing message. Well, this everything is the same, but not in here. In here we use our users dot filter, and inside it some variable u dot name not equal to username. Well, that's good. Well, and what do we do next? Now we need to add 2 functions. So let's do it. The third function, it will be start typing message. Const start typing message is equal to if well, it is the same like this. If socket current ref return, the next one. So socket ref current emit start typing message. Sender ID. User. So sender ID, socket ref current ID, user. Well, that's all right. This looks like everything is okay. Ref current, return, start typing message. So everything is good. And another function, stop typing message. It is the same, but stop typing message. Socket sender ID, socket ref current ID, user. Well, everything is the same, but action is different from previous state, from previous action. Well, that's all right. Well, in here we need some handle send message. We need to add some, so cancel typing in here, send message, set new message. Well, cancel typing we use in here, and well, the other stuff. So we need another use effect. Another use effect. So in here is typing Well, in condition if is typing, and then we start typing message. Well, after that else, stop typing message. Well, it is good. In messages, typing users and typing users. So where is typing users? Will equal to typing users. And in here we need handle start. Typing is equal to start typing. Well, in here and handle stop handle stop typing is equal to stop typing. Oh, that's all right. So looks like I use everything in here. Let's check me out once more. So use typing users, set typing users, that's all right. Well, in here we the structure and the is typing, and after that we add our two actions in here with typing info, that's all right. Well, and in here we add our two functions, that's all right. And use effect, finally new use effect, start. So everything is okay, it's all right, and we need to go further to the next step. Well, typing to the next step. So the next step, we need to rebuild our messages and add typing users in here. So messages, typing users. Well, after this, we just add our typing users, map user. Well, messages, message slang plus E. No, I'm sorry, not in here. This is in here, messages. Plus E, messages length plus E, and in here we need typing message. Well, typing message. Typing message. Typing message and not message user. And user is equal to user. Well, so that's good. Good stuff. Messages length plus E. Well, that will do. That is great. So the next step, we need to change new messages, message form. Well, from chat room we have handle start typing and handle stop typing. Well, the next stuff that we need to add, well, in text area, we need to add on key press and is equal to on is equal to handle start typing, and on key up is equal to handle stop typing. Well, so it is time to check it out. I will close here and here. Well, let's cross our fingers. Maybe something went wrong, but I hope not. So Yuri, sign in, and Lara, sign in. So let's, well, Lara is typing, and when Yuri is typing, Yuri is typing. Well, as you can see, everything is working great, and we do the great job, guys. So that's all for today. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel and click bell icon to receive notifications of new videos that are released on the channel. Goodbye, guys. See you in the next videos.